Hey guys, what is up? Stickboy here, back again for another reaction. And tonight we are getting deeper into RWBY Volume 7. We are going to be looking at episodes 5 and 6 tonight, entitled Sparks and A Night Off. So in episodes 3 and 4, we went on a mission with the Aesops, and we met them and learned all about their fighting style. We fought a Geist out of the cavern that they're mining dust in. And that's also, coincidentally, the site that they're going to use to launch the, the Amity Arena for the communication tower. So, we learned about that. We got our Huntsman and Huntress licenses. That was unexpected. It seems like it was long overdue, considering that basically they've been Huntsmen / Huntresses for the better part of 2 volumes now, probably really for about volume 5 on. I think they've really been playing the role of Huntsman, so it was well earned. Still unexpected. It came all of a sudden, but it was deserved. And RWBY still kind of battling over the issue of should I have not told Ironwood everything? Or was I right to keep the secrets? So yeah, and that's a big question. That's a big question to weigh on her mind, because it could backfire. Or, if she plays her cards right and she breaks it to him right, maybe he would understand why she withheld the information. But eventually, that's going to have to come out. Also, I wonder about Salem. Like, we can't kill her. But there was also the whole thing about when she understands the value of life and death, she can finally rest. So I'm thinking maybe possibly reforming her could make her mortal. If she just can't be destroyed at all, I wonder about maybe if there's a way to contain her, imprison her to keep her from getting away, and that could shut her down. I mean, it would require that you'd have to have a round-the-clock guard from now until the end of eternity, but that might be an option. And then, of course, there's RWBY's Silver Eyes, which honestly I think that's going to be the key. I think that's what's going to actually do it, because Salem is part Grimm. She has to be, because she jumped in that pool that basically the Grimm were coming out of. So I feel like she's part Grimm. We know Cinder is part Grimm, so that is possible. That may even be a power that Salem gave to Cinder. And we saw that RWBY's Silver Eyes hurt the Grimm part of Cinder. Not the human part, but the Grimm part of her. So maybe that could happen to the Grimm part of Salem and maybe change her somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that would do. But I feel like that's probably the route we're going to want to go. And I think that's all I got to say. I'm sure there's more. I definitely apologize if my reactions or my commentary is not quite as good as some of the other reactors that have done this show. It just, when I'm seeing it for the first time, especially with a lot to take in, a lot of plot to take in, it's hard for me to process in my head what's going on and say it at the same time. A lot of times by the time I get done processing it, the show has moved on and we're on to something else, and I'm having to pay attention to that instead of going back and talking about what I wanted to talk about. I'm not too good at putting it all back together at the end of the episode. I don't know, maybe maybe I could do a deal where I stop the video and then go back and watch it again a couple of times and then put my thoughts together or something like that. I could do that. I've thought of that before, but I don't know. I don't know how that would work. It's a lot of editing. It's an extra piece of editing, so I don't know if that's worth it or not. I'm debating it though. But nonetheless, I think I've talked enough. Let's get into this. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time tonight, so we need to go ahead and get this show on the road. So I've got this pulled up. This is episode 5. This is Sparks. So here we go. Oh yeah, I haven't even touched on what we saw with Watts and Tyrian. We've got Tyrian, basically murdering people speaking out against Ironwood to basically make Ironwood look bad. And then we've got Watts kind of in cahoots with Jock Schnee. Yeah. Anyway, douchebag with the white hair, that guy. So I don't know what they're up to, but they're obviously cooking something up that probably doesn't spell good for Ironwood either. So let's get into this. Let's see if we learn more. In 3, 2, 1, play. About a better world. Show some clarity. Yeah, this intro really reminds me a lot of the Volume 4. It kind of has the same sort of vibe to it, only more anime. There's our Team Aesop's, and yes, I do get the Aesop reference, Aesop Fable reference there with Team Aesop's. I just haven't thought of it during the video to say it, but I did catch that. Still not a big fan of Jean's hair. That seems like a trivial thing, but I don't know. I wonder if Oscar is going to fight Ironwood or if he's practicing with him. And are we going to fight Tyrian again? And since Tyrian has a prosthetic, basically Atlas technology type tail, I wonder if it's going to be as easy to lop off. Hey, Penny.
Good morning, Team RWBY.
Penny, what time is it even?
Time to be huntresses, of course.
Well, RWBY's happy about it. Okay. That tail.
Eyes up, huntsman. Time to get used to the new normal in Atlas.
Okay. Okay,
Top
bro.
priority is Amity Tower.
You're a licensed huntsman too.
Protecting supply runs from Grimm and bandits, and protecting the site itself.
Okay.
Diverting all construction resources to Amity Tower means there are going to be gaps in Mantle's defenses against Grimm. They'll need help on the perimeter.
Hey, have you two ever thought about branching out a little? You always pair up, but I don't
Imagine
know
that. Imagine those two pairing up.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
They work well as a team. It works.
But
Oh, and
there's still
John
plenty to do.
helping the kids across the road,
Yeah. Oh, another casserole.
which
I think you'll find everyone appreciates.
comes with its benefits, doesn't it?
It's totally the haircut.
You're of
Hey,
course
you know
free
what?
to
I'm not
choose
one to
what
judge. I don't like it, but then,
Whatever helps you take the edge off.
I'm not a huge fan of Weiss's hair either, to be honest.
You might not hear Oz anymore, Oscar, but that doesn't mean we can't try to jog him loose.
Well, what did you have in mind?
Okay, so we are going to practice. Okay, that's what's
The
going
huntsman
on.
around you can be an invaluable resource, if you're willing to pay attention.
Have you ever thought about extending your
That is
arm?
an interesting
Make no
semblance.
mistake. School's over. You get to choose what type of huntsman or huntress you are.
So we got this whole practice arena going on. Penny doesn't get sleepy. It's not fair.
So, what's it gonna be?
Dude, RWBY is loving this. It's funny because she was the one falling asleep at the beginning in Volume 1.
Come on, Lightning Bolt. Aren't you supposed to be fast? Wow, your boyfriend's actually holding his own. Where's all that energy when he's around you?
Okay. I like this. We're training them to become better. Still don't know everything about Ironwood. I still don't know what's going to come of the, revelation of what RWBY's hiding from him, but
Amazing!
he still seems like a pretty good guy to me.
Since the final tournament, and that cute farm boy had a few surprises for us, too.
Well, you really had us on our toes. Thought you had us there for a second. Whew.
Oh, come on! It
Oh,
was
yeah.
way more than a second.
You guys busy?
Those
Grab
guys.
some lunch?
I was too busy talking to even notice who they were.
Snowballs.
But yeah.
Ah, man. We'd love to, but,
Duty calls. Maybe some other time?
No worries. The next time you're free, just let us know.
yeah. Next time.
John doesn't seem to want to hang out with him
There's
very much.
still time for sandwiches, right? Not that I'm bored, but why can't we just use an airship to take these supplies?
I wasn't paying enough attention to that
The
scene
components for Amity Tower's construction are far
to
too
know if they were sketchy
All
or
that weight
not.
would
But
require precious dust we should be saving for the launch itself, and the Grim that will come after. It just makes for long, very long.
oh, now Ruby's starting to tire out.
runs. At least the tundra is scenic.
Is it?
Totally.
If you like penguins and snow.
Ruby, I just want
Keep those silver eyes of yours open.
To be working with you in a professional capacity, as friends. Me too, Penny. Relationships are so interesting and varied. Speaking of friends, have you been able to make any new ones? Since, now that I'm the official protector of Mantle,
Probably
I don't really
have a
team
lot of
anymore.
time.
General Ironwood says I don't have time for friends. Oh.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I feel like I wish I could do both the things I need to do and the things I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal?
That is normal.
That's about as normal as it gets, Penny.
Everything
Yep.
going all right up there?
Just fine, Uncle Crow.
Oh, well, I bet he gets to... No, he doesn't get to sleep, does he?
I win again. Maybe we should call it quits.
Shut up and deal.
It's probably
Well,
not...
this sure is one of a kind, huh?
They all are. Been through a lot together.
It seems a little bit unfair to play cards against someone with his semblance. I'm just saying.
Everyone's so lucky.
I don't know about all that. Thanks, by the way.
He's also dealing
Looking out
backwards.
for 'em.
Would
and
you
your
deal
team.
away from yourself first?
What good is saving the world without another
Unless he's
generation
all-time
taking
dealer.
the wings?
And the button has
Hopefully
moved.
they'll leave Remnant better than we left it for them.
Once upon a time, I'd have drank to that.
You shouldn't do that, you know?
Don't worry, I gave that up.
I meant
Did you?
deflect a compliment. Those kids wouldn't be where they are without you. You've had more of an effect on them than you realize.
It's true.
Uncle Crow.
What's going on? Grim?
No. Worse. You two with me, Penny, stay put and keep an eye on our six. We may need an element of surprise.
Affirmative. I will plan for 6 possible outcomes.
Okay. Okay, so we saw this person in the intro. We don't know who that is. But I have a feeling we're going to have a fight scene.
All right, ladies, time to show them our team.
So it's a female. I won't lie, it looked a little bit ambiguous the first time. Oh, this is
Mantle's hometown hero.
okay, this is the
Is there a
Robin.
reason you're blocking an official military transport?
Clover, I'm so glad you're here. Maybe you can help me
And I saw
understand
that
why
Faunus
this truck
earlier.
that's supposed to be taking construction materials to fix Mantle's outer wall is on its way to the middle of nowhere. Are you lost?
It's pretty easy to get turned around out here in the tundra.
Hmm.
Everything looks the same. Thanks for checking up on us, though. We'll be on our way now.
I was hoping you'd play it straight with me. What's Ironwood doing with Amity at the old SDC mine?
Oh, that. Just giving her an annual
They're
checkup.
using dust to launch the
next
rocket,
Vital
or
Festival
launch the
isn't
tower.
anytime soon. Only automated
at the
drones
expense
and
of
a few
Mantle.
select Atlas scientists are allowed out here. And Amity's getting invaluable resources we need in Mantle to protect against Grimm. Seems like more than just a checkup.
You've been scoping it out.
We can't fix the wall without the supplies on these trucks. I think Mantle deserves to know what they're being used for. It doesn't have to be difficult. Just tell me.
Well,
I'm going to have to pass on that.
I mean,
How about you, Pipsqueak? 5 o'clock Shadow? Either of you want to tell me why Mantle's
5
being put
o'clock
at
Shadow.
risk for Ironwood's...
well, they're not at liberty.
We're trying to help Mantle. We
That's
need...
enough, Robin. As a potential councilwoman, you should probably focus on
They're
the
not at
election
liberty to
instead of
say.
harassing huntsmen. Now, it's time to let us pass.
But I think Ruby was going to tell
I
Elle.
think you've misjudged the situation. One way or another, these supplies are going to get where they're supposed to go. Mantle.
Then I suggest you do that through the proper legal channels as a councilwoman, if you get elected.
Now, where's the fun in that?
Well, she must be an awfully good fighter if she's willing to take on the Aesops. And Penny.
Robin Hill, I would like to politely ask that you call off the Huntresses approaching the rear of the truck.
What does she see?
All right. Joanna! May!
Oh, nice.
The protector of Mantle, huh?
Let us through. Please.
You're going to have to fight him. Clearly. I mean, it would be a tall order. I feel like...
Robin, good luck at the election.
I guess they're going to let him through. I mean, granted...
Close one. You're telling me.
What now?
I want to know why Amity Coliseum is suddenly so important. Whatever it takes.
I guess they probably do deserve to know. To be fair. If the dust is coming at their expense, they probably do deserve to know why.
Your technique still has those maddening, sloppy touches. But
No.
you've learned how to make them work for you. You've made them your own. Wow. That was very close to a compliment.
Right?
I didn't intend it that way.
We all make mistakes, I guess.
You've grown up a bit, haven't you?
She's
You're not the little girl
developed a little bit of
clinging to
sass,
the
hasn't she?
Since Beacon, I haven't really had a choice. Father's view of the world no longer matches with mine. Whatever the case, I am glad to see you've moved on. Distancing myself from the Schnee name is the most beneficial thing I've ever done. We can move forward without him. Together. I know General Ironwood would have a place for you.
She still gives me Elsa vibes.
He did. But I'm not sure I could accept. Really? It's just... Our kingdom isn't supposed to be like this.
Especially when she's around her family.
Withdrawn. We should be opening our borders to help the world, not closing them down. We will, though. Once we've weathered the storm, we will.
Yeah.
I know the General hasn't done everything perfectly, but He's doing what he thinks is right.
It sounds like they plan to open everything up.
Thinks what they're doing is right. But usually they're just looking out for themselves and their secrets.
That's
Ironwood
true.
isn't keeping secrets. Not from me. Can you be sure?
I hope you're sure about that. You can't be sure, can you? However,
there's something I want to show you.
However, if he's telling the truth, he does plan on eventually opening everything up and uniting the world. It's just, we got to get through this initial panic. So Ironwood's plan makes sense. I just don't know if it's as easy as they think it is. You know, it's easy as he thinks it is. I also wonder what the enemy knows. What does Watts know about the plan? Is this the Winter Maiden?
That's the Winter Maiden. She could pass any day now.
Really opens the door for Winter
Until
to be
that
the Winter
happens,
Maiden if
I'm
she's...
the only person Freya's allowed to see. Ironwood's chosen me.
Yeah, Weiss knows what that
Maybe
means.
next. When she dies. How long have you known? Since Beacon fell.
I mean, her name is
Doesn't it
Winter.
bother you? He practically groomed your whole military career. It did at first, when the General first proposed it to me. But the more I thought about it, the more I saw it as a privilege. A chance to do some real good for Atlas. For Remnant. But your destiny was chosen for you, without your input. Perhaps. But I'm choosing it now.
I was going to say, she is okay with it.
And I take great pride in it. That has nothing to do with Father or the General. That belongs to me.
That's fair.
I guess we've both had to do a little bit of that. Carving out our own way. I suppose we have. Speaking of the family name, what is he doing?
If I'm elected councilman, I've made it no secret that I will be opposing General Ironwood and his senseless embargo that is crippling all of Atlas. It is my belief that these measures are not only reckless, but criminal. With no shipments allowed to enter or leave the kingdom, I know many are suffering, and my family has been weathering the same storm as many of you. Effective immediately, I'm forced to shut down all non-essential SDC operations. If elected to office, I will make the changes necessary to fix what Ironwood has broken. I hope you ask yourself before the vote, can you trust anyone else to stop Ironwood? Will Robin Hill be able to get your jobs back?
I think Father may have just provided the spark that's going to set this kingdom on fire.
Yep. Yep. Mantle's about to go nuts. And if you thought they had a grim problem before... It's an interesting thing about Grimm. Everybody seems to know that negative energy is what draws them. So, would positive energy repel them? I mean, could you do something like in Ghostbusters 2, where you had the negative emotions creating this negatively charged slime that was causing these, that was causing the ghosts, and then collect some and research it and alter it to feed on positive vibes and cause the opposite effect? Could you harness positive energy to repel Grimm, is what I wonder. Something along that same principle. Also, I haven't really talked much about the maidens, but, and I know there is no way that this hasn't been a fan theory, so I apologize if I'm late to the party, because, let's face it, I'm late to the series, but it just seems like, since there's 4 maidens and 4 main characters, it almost seems meant to be that the maiden powers could somehow transfer to them. I mean, you've got a direct channel to 3 of them. The Spring Maiden is Raven, who is Yang's mom. So that gives Yang a direct channel to the Spring Maiden. We don't know anything about the Summer Maiden, but Ruby's mom was named Summer. So that kind of makes me think that possibly somehow the Summer Maiden is going to be connected there. And then, of course, the Winter Maiden is connected to the Schnee family. I thought maybe I don't know what I thought, but Winter makes more sense. I was thinking Weiss, but not at first. Winter makes more sense. That was my original thought, was that, yeah, her name is Winter, so why wouldn't she have a path to the Winter Maiden? And she does. She's like the only person the Winter Maiden sees, so when she dies, it's almost a given that it's going to go to her. Now, as far as the Fall Maiden, there's really not a great connection between Cinder and Blake, but I mean, the other three are there, so I don't know. It's just something that I couldn't help but think about, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one. So, anyways, let's get into episode 6. It's called A Night Off, so I can't imagine what that could mean, but I'd say we find out real quick. So here we go. I don't have much else to say. In 3, 2, 1, play. It's not so much that I don't have much to say, it's just that I want to see what happens. I want to get into it instead of talking about it. I'm a reactor. Dreaming of a better world with some clarity. Yeah, I'm a reactor, not an analyst or a reviewer. Okay. I'll give you some of my thoughts, but I'm by no means an analyst, nor do I want to be. And I'm not a critic either, so. All I'm doing is enjoying myself and picking up what I can, when I can. Haven't seen Maria in a while. Wonder what she's up to. So I really wondered if Robin Hill was going to have some skills to defend, to put up a fight there. But now that I think about it, that would have been a tall order. You had Crow, you had Clover, you had Penny, and then you had Ruby, who's no pushover. So that would have been a lot. And of course, now we've got Mantle set on fire, figuratively speaking, maybe literally.
Although rioting in Mantle is finally under control, How does it feel to know that the majority of those involved were your supporters?
I don't condone rioting. Especially when our city is being denied aid for the hardships we've already had to go through. But Jacques Schnee's latest stunt is holding the city hostage for his own political gain. So I understand their anger, but ask that they show it not in the streets, but at the polls today.
Interesting. So this is election night. And we don't really know... Watch out! Oh, okay, that's a different fight going on back there.
Oh. Nice. Your recovery's getting faster.
Hey, that was a cheap shot.
Have you always been able to do that?
I don't know. I don't normally think it through that much.
Did
You guys
she?
are evolving. I still don't even have my semblance.
Well, I bet we'll all be jealous.
What's going on with Ren?
Clover wasn't kidding. You're really giving this your all.
Well, we have to with the way things are going.
They're not going well, are they?
There's a little bit more to... Probably.
I suppose so.
Yeah, definitely better Robin than
Jacques.
Jacques.
Well for stability.
It could be a chance to work with Robin and get Mantle on your side.
The likelihood of that working...
She's right. You have to do something about Mantle. You can get Robin to trust you.
I bet if you opened up to her, she'd understand that you're being framed.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But it will only work if she's open too.
I take it you're here for new mission assignments.
You could say that. General and I want you to take the rest of the day to recuperate.
You're giving us a night off?
Ordering it.
That is...
After tonight's election,
Yeah.
we'll be waking up to a very different Atlas tomorrow. I need you rested and ready for whatever that may bring.
Well, it does look right now like Robin is ahead, but I've definitely seen... Well, I've seen elections that look like that, and then all of a sudden, a precinct comes in that carries the other one.
Just seems like a power play that backfired to me. Won't matter in a few hours, though.
Where are you guys
So I wouldn't be so sure that Robin has it.
Dancing. Yang and I thought it would be good to get our minds off the election.
Yeah.
I thought you said Team Funky was annoying.
That's the best part about dance clubs.
Yeah, you don't have to care, do you?
Ruby, come on!
I still can't believe you're going to that thing.
Just because Ironwood dislikes Robin doesn't mean we all have to.
Oh.
From where I'm standing, both of them seem to be trying their best to help Atlas. As to who's doing a better job.
But a victory party?
Invite's still open if you want in.
Both have their...
Who's going to be working security?
They both have their cons, don't they?
Oh my gosh, no. You gotta do it like this. That's what I'm doing.
Hey, Oscar and I are hitting
feel
the
like-
movies if anyone wants
Yep.
to. Oh, okay.
I understand Weiss's point, though. A victory party does seem a bit premature.
Let them have one sure thing.
Probably the last sure thing before
It's
Amity Tower goes
not
up
sure.
and
It is.
everyone
That is not a sure thing.
what we're fighting.
We spent so much time worrying.
Depends
about
on how many
Ironwood
precincts are
will tell
reporting.
the truth about her. But have any of us considered how we're even going to beat her if we manage to work past that?
Jin said she can't be beaten,
She told Oz that he couldn't destroy her.
but maybe someone else could?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We should be training right now.
We've trained enough. Take some time
We
to...
don't have time.
You have tonight.
Party people gonna stay up late.
What I was going to say about Ren's semblance is that it seems to be changing. Yeah, it's getting closer.
Ruby, Nora, Ren. Hey,
That's what I was saying. It's getting closer.
Glad you made it. It's just Marrow and I tonight, so more friends means more fun. Where are the others? Weiss is out with the boys.
Ren's semblance. It's changing. It's
Off doing their own
and I saw it a little bit a few episodes ago
At least
where
they're back to being friends.
Friends, huh? Just friends.
What?
it's getting to where not only does he hide people from Graham or whatever, but
I think there's more
He's
going on.
sensing
Maybe
things.
one of them
He's
feels
got like
that
this.
way, but the other might be worried.
About what?
It's just there's a lot of things going on right now.
How can they figure things out? I believe I may be confused. Who are we talking about again? I'm not really sure.
Denny, where'd you go?
Please don't leave me.
Oh, hey, what are you doing here?
Just hanging out with a friend while she's on the job.
Okay. Ouch.
Yeah, real cute. Look, try not to be too much of a distraction. We need to be vigilant in case...
In case what?
In case someone tries to start trouble.
Oh, funny. That's why we're here. So feel free to take a hike.
Listen, the General's trying to help, all right? Just because you can't understand...
What's going on here, Wags? Oh, and the pipsqueak is back.
We're concerned about security risks. Ma'am, the General doesn't want any surprises tonight.
Fine, but stay out of the way.
I do feel
If I
like,
get elected tonight, we'll all have to learn how to get along.
yeah, they need to work together.
Sure, we won't have any problems, as long as you stay within the law.
Because,
The law isn't perfect, you know. It's certainly not equal.
I mean, Robin wants to help Mantle, and I don't think Ironwood wants to hurt Mantle. I don't,
Mantle and Atlas and Faunus have an equal shot at
even though
good
he
life.
is.
That sounds great. And you're planning to do all that equalizing legally, right?
Everything I've done is legal.
Well,
of course. 100%.
Well, that worked.
Well, if you're on the council, you will have to play by some sort of rules. And let's face it,
Scram, kid.
Schnee would be
He's got a
even more.
job to do.
Schnee would be even sketchier. Especially with us, from our perspective, knowing that Watts is in his ear.
Can we please just not...
I'm also expecting some shenanigans,
I should have just gone to the
because that
movies.
vote's getting closer.
I want to thank everyone for going to the polls today. This is Mantle's moment.
It's not over yet, guys.
I know
43%?
that like me, you're all thrilled that we chose Robin.
You lose another 7%, you're dead even.
No one has fought harder for Mantle than she has. And I know Robin will continue that fight on the council. Will you share a few words?
That vote's getting close. Does that say 43 or 45
I've never
now?
been much for public speaking. Probably wasn't my best idea ever to go into politics. Thank you so much, everyone, for choosing me. You said you believe in me, but I'm the one who believes in all of you. You've proven to me that as individuals, we are strong. But together, we are unstoppable.
Surely I'm not the only one who notices that.
So no matter what happens tonight, win or lose, we will continue to fight for our city. Because it is this city that brings us together.
Surely I'm not the only one who notices.
And it's looking to be a closer race than anticipated.
Don't worry. It's in the bag.
No, it's not.
Friend, what's going on?
Something sketchy.
Why won't you just talk to me?
Something sketchy
You know, I've
is going on.
never been really good with talking.
Then screw talking.
That needed to happen. Yeah, there's Watts.
You ready, Tyrian?
Always.
Oh crap.
Polls are about to close. 12, 11.
Oh boy.
Watch out!
Oh God, he's gonna kill everybody in there before anyone even knows.
Put down your weapon and surrender!
This is Ace Operative Marrow, requesting
Oh yeah.
assistance.
Penny is mantle technology, isn't she?
Come on, we've got
Watts can hack her just like she hacked everything else.
Robin!
Right on time.
Oh, they're gonna frame Penny.
And the winner of the Atlas Council election is Jacques Schnee!
It doesn't even matter. They're all dead.
It's Ironwood's robot!
Penny.
I didn't.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
They totally framed Penny.
All because of you.
Ruby knows. Ruby knows.
What happened? It was Tyrian! Tyrian's here!
Stay! Get Penny out the back! Now!
Penny has no idea. She has no idea what just happened.
I'm okay.
I'm sorry. Is she?
Ruby, say something.
This wasn't us. I swear.
Fine work, Tyrian. I think we are done.
Unfortunately, I don't think anybody in Mantle knows who Tyrian is.
A surprise victory by SDC Mining Corporation CEO Jacques Schnee.
I feel like this election might have been rigged.
It's a dark horse victory for the dust industry leader.
Which brings us into the next episode, worst case scenario. Poor Penny, she has no idea what just happened. She hasn't a clue what just happened.
You need to get to Atlas. Backup's on the way. Penny.
Graham.
We've got a long night ahead.
Yeah.
And as the newest member of the council, I pledge to serve each and every citizen of Mantle and Atlas.
That's unfortunate. That's as bad as what happened to Yang in Volume 3. Maybe even worse. That's the second time Penny's been screwed over. She's technology though. She's a robot, so she can be hacked just like any other machinery there. Because she's Mantle technology, not Atlas technology. And now we gotta figure out where Penny went. Because even though she's a machine, she's got human emotions, so this is going to really screw with her because she's been so just innocent and carefree up to this point. She's never had anything like this happen. And honestly, this would be hard for a human to handle. I mean, you saw what happened to Yang. You know, this messed Yang up pretty bad. So you can imagine what it could do to something that only has a limited amount of AI. So, yeah. It's a really rough ending. So I'm about out of time for tonight, so I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty quick. But yeah, I'll definitely be rewatching this and seeing what I missed there because I know there was probably a lot going on there at that post-election party and or the post-vote party or whatever. Like I said, Ren seems to have some sort of other perception going on with his semblance. It's more than just being able to mask people or mask objects from Grimm. There's definitely a kind of a perception, kind of an extrasensory sort of perception going on there too. And actually, I think maybe all of their semblances are evolving a little bit, because RWBY, it looked like RWBY either passed through or passed around a wall. So she split into two parts with her rose petals to go around that wall, which is something I don't think we've seen her do yet. So maybe they're all getting better. Jean, with his aura, he seems to be getting better and better. So that's going to be an interesting development. But yeah, we've got got a big problem. And the thing is about Tyrian is that I don't think anybody in Mantle knows who he is. I don't think they know. He's been so stealthy that nobody has really seen him that is alive and lived to tell about it. And other than that, I don't think anybody knows who he is. I don't think anybody even knows he exists. I'm sure parts of Atlas probably know about Watts, because he kind of is from there. He's been there before. But I'm pretty sure that nobody knows who Tyrian is. So the fact that he did that and then it set Penny up to look like she did it, yeah, nobody, even if RWBY was a witness to it and said, yeah, that was Tyrian, he was here, nobody knows who she's talking about. So, yeah, it's really bad. Really bad, which, again, brings us into the next episode, worst case scenario, which is pretty much what has happened. So, along with, top that off with Schnee coming back to win, which seemed like a kind of a sketchy, seemed like there's some shenanigans going on there. So, we'll have to wait until the next one, though, because I am all out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you did. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. And until next time, I am Stickboy, and I'll see you guys later.